Ajarn Mieder, and in this course we will continue focusing on pronunciation. Now, in the first videos, I've basically discussed what you need to use in order to learn pronunciation. Namely, you have to understand phonics and phonetics. And I've also discussed you need to understand the alphabet. Now, the alphabet, as we have learned, have 26 letters for writing. But for pronunciation, we have a total of 44 sounds. Now, in order to understand those sounds, we divide it into consonants and the vowels. Now, today, we will be focusing on the consonants. Now, in order to understand the consonants, you need to first understand that it is divided into two categories, namely unvoiced and voiced. Unvoiced simply means that when you pronounce the sound, that there is no vibration in your throat, and the voiced will have a vibration. So, many of the sounds actually are pronounced the exact same way. The only difference is that one will be unvoiced and the other will be voiced. Now, in order to remember it, we simply compare the two different sounds. The first one is what we call explosive sounds. We have both unvoiced and voiced. So the first one is P. Now, P is an unvoiced sound. Now, I can have the exact same sound, but it will be voiced, and that will be B. So we have P, which is unvoiced, and B, which is voiced. Now, both of those sounds are actually created or sound out the exact same way. The only difference is one is unvoiced and one is voiced. P and B. The next, T and D. K and G. Those are my explosive sounds. All right. Now we're going to focus on the sounds that we use the lips. The first one is F. Then the voiced V. The next is F. And the voiced V. The next is the dental sounds. Dental meaning that I use my teeth to make the sounds. The first sound, unvoiced, S. And the voiced, Z. Unvoiced, Sh. Voiced, Y. Unvoiced, Ch. Voiced, J. The next one is a little bit difficult because this one is what we call both nasal and throat sounds. Now, nasal sounds mean it's a sound that I make in the nose. Now, there's an easier way to practice this is by first understanding the L and the N. Now, the L is a L sound. Now, that's simply for me putting my tongue against the palate and pushing the air through my mouth. L. Now, the one that is exactly the same is the N, but the air, I push it through my nose, which is N. So if I compare the two, they are actually said the exact same way. So the first one is L, then N. Okay, so those two are very similar. The next sound is M, which is also a sound that I make in my nose. Then the N sound. The N, it means I don't use my tongue, but the air I push through my nose. Okay. The throat sounds are pretty simple, but a way to understand it is by understanding the shape of your mouth. Now, the first one is just where you keep your mouth in a normal position, which is the H sound. Now, you can see from my mouth that I have not changed the position. H. The next one is Y. Now, as you can see, I have a flat mouth. Y. And the next one is W. Now, as you can see, I have a round mouth. So those are my three throat sounds. H, Y, and W. Now we have one sound left. Now the one sound is the R sound. Now the R sound actually has two different ways of saying it. We can classify it as British English or American English. Now the example is I can give you the R sound where I actually let my tongue go against the palate. For example, red, red. Now, as you can hear, the sound, I actually let my tongue go against the palate. Or I can say red, where my tongue does not touch the palate. Now, the difference is normally with British English, the tongue will touch the palate and American will not. If I put the R at the end of a syllable, then the sound will also change. For example, car. Now, car is British English. Car is American English. Now, you can hear the difference. So there is some significance between the two, but it really depends on which one you want to use. Now, the R can be tricky sometimes, but my advice is to practice both ways. That is all for consonants, so that gives us a total of 24 consonant sounds. In order to remember this, you need to practice it often. Now, once you feel you have mastered the consonants, then you can move on to the vowel sounds, which is a little bit difficult. I hope you've liked this video. If you did, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out these other great videos from Ajarn Mieder and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.